I'm here with Gabriel Nassif, the man with the yellow hat, and you are playing a very interesting deck for the World Championship this year. You're playing Grixis Epiphany. Tell me a little bit about why you chose this deck.
We chose this deck because we expected green to be one of the most played decks and a really good deck, and we were really struggling to build decks that beat it. And I feel like we kind of managed with this specific version of Grixis.
Okay, absolutely. Well, first let's get into the disruption, something you're going to need to be able to deal with mono green and all the aggressive decks. So we see Fading Hope and then just a plethora of one-ofs. We'll even see more one-ofs coming in the next slide. What made you land on 4 Fading Hope and then just a ton of one-ofs that actually deal with creatures?
We felt that Fading Hope was the most important piece against the aggressive decks. It just works really well with Leer. It protects it from the fight cards, just cheap removal, and you don't mind the card disadvantage so much because you make up for it with Iteration, Celestus, and later in the game, you know, if you ever untap with Leer, it's usually game over against the creature decks anyways, or even most other decks.
Yeah, that is a spicy one we're going to get to in a little bit here. So let's go to the second slide here. You have Power Word Kill, Blood Chief's Thirst, Prismari Command, more one-ofs, and then Duress in the main deck. Did you feel that that was really strong and really well positioned against aggro and control, or just for control?
I don't love it against aggro. It can line up well, but not always. We figured since we didn't play counter spells because of Leer, you know, the non-synergy was Leer. The turns matchup could be a bit tough, and we figured we needed some duress in the main. You can get decent value out of it. You know, if you can protect a Leer, you flash it back. You also have the iteration to copy it. So we felt like it was maybe more necessary evil if we're not playing counter spells.
Okay, yeah, makes sense to me. So now let's get to the really spicy part of this deck. Let's go to this third slide here where we have Expressive Iteration, Memory Deluge. We've seen those cards, but the Celestus, this is a spicy one. Tell me a little bit about why you chose this card.
It was just so good for us in testing. I don't exactly remember who brought it up. I know someone in my Twitch chat mentioned it very beginning. They said they were playing Celestus was new to Fair and Historic. But I'm not even sure I brought it up during our testing or someone else tried that. But once we started playing with the card, it was just so good. Yeah, we couldn't get enough. We even had it in our black green snow deck, even though it was mostly sorcery speed stuff. Just really impressed with the card. I think it just
you heard it here first.
People's radar. Yeah.
You heard it here first. Twitch chat is saving the day here for Nassif. So I love it. That card looks really sweet. Let's get to the win cons because you've been talking a lot about Leer. That is the thing that really sticks out to me. We've seen Alrund's Epiphany. We've seen Hall of the Storm Giants and Galvanic Iteration as win cons. But walk me through Leer a little bit. This is something we haven't seen play a lot.
Yeah, we just felt like the classic builds of blue-red were not beating green, whether it's 8 dragons, just the egg, no creatures at all. You just couldn't keep up. We tried Imaris, which was kind of okay for a while. I tried the Kingpin, the 5/6 blue-black card that was really good when you untap, but it's kind of tough to untap with it. And you know, eventually we figured out that Leo was good. If you play it with a mana up, was Fading Hope up, and it's usually hard for them to kill you that turn, and then you untap and you can take over. Card also does pretty good with duress and stuff, and we're just really impressed. It just played out super well.
Yeah, that seems awesome against mono green, that's for sure. Well, Nassif, thank you so much for sitting down with me. I wish you the best of luck at the World Championship, and we're sending it back to you.